Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, today we're going to do some maintenance on this bike. Last time I had it out, I had a rattle, and I want to find out what that rattle is. So, got my shop ready there. Going to pull the bike up on my ramp as soon as I fix it so I can. And then we're going to jump right on that thing and start doing maintenance and finding rattles. And we found a surprise you might want to see. So grab that coffee and give me 10 minutes of your time. All right, we're going to give her the once over and make sure nothing that I can tell is rattling. Here's what I think it is. And that sure could be it. You hear that? It's the cover. And I've screwed it on before because it came loose. The brackets broke. Oh, I'm almost positive that's what that is. But we're going to check bolts and nuts, and we're going to look over things. A motor mount up in there, we're going to check that out, make sure that ain't broke. I don't even see a top motor mount on this one. Let's go around the other side. Been a while since I've been working on it. Yeah, there you go. There's your motor mount right there. Yeah, that ain't broke. That's good. Horn's good. And it's rubber mounted. It ain't making any noise. We fixed this the other day. But that seems a little loose. A little, that'll make noise. Hear it? So, oh, look at that. That's loose. So let's tighten all these up. Oh, that one's loose too. Yeah, we're going to tighten all this up, give her some grease, and see if we can get rid of the rattles, but that's what we're doing. Right now is just looking and checking. That ain't gonna rattle. Oh, I gotta tell you something. Oh, my. If you can't laugh at yourself, guys, don't laugh at other people. So I'm gonna laugh at myself right here. You see that cardboard right there? Well, when I park this, it has an oil leak, which I'm gonna check. A little drip, you know, there it is. Already dripped one. So we got to check that out also while it's up here. But I pulled in after that long ride, and I didn't get quite on top of that cardboard there. So I just, I'm standing straddling the motorcycle, and I reach over with my right foot like this. I'll show you. I should have took a video of that. Took my right foot, and I kicked this over here like that to get it underneath the bike. Well, I wanted it all the way over there, so I lifted this foot up. Yeah. That left me with no foot. No foot on the ground to hold that thing up. Nope. So what did it do? Well, it tipped over. Because once that thing gets off center, it's a pretty heavy bike. It got way off center. And I just eased her down, and it didn't hurt nothing. Didn't hurt nothing at all. It just laid down right nice and gentle right here. And right here, that's what these things are for. And it laid down there. And I didn't want to let go of it, really, because I was trying to keep a little pressure off everything. And I'm a honking, and I'm a yelling, and everything. And Vicky's in there, and she's watching TV. Well, some of you don't know this, but Vicky has a hearing problem, just like all of us old people do. She could not hear me out here, but Hank was going crazy. Yeah, he was barking his head off, going, "Mom, get out in the garage, there's something wrong." So anyway, long story short, she came out, we picked it up, and yep, that was that. But hey, man, if you can't laugh at yourself tipping over a bike, don't be laughing at other people, because if it hasn't happened to you, it will. Anyway, I'm going to get on there and check things out. I'll show you if I find anything else out. But I think it's I think it's two things. I think this is a little loose. We know that. I mean, look at that. That'll make a noise. And I think we're going to check out this over here and see if we can figure out a way to tighten up this, because the mount, I think, was broke behind it or something. Yeah. there was a mount right here wrapped around there, and it came all the way off. So we're going to see what we can figure out there, and we'll see what we can figure out on the other. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, here's what I was telling you. See, this one broke right off. These things here cost as much as the pipe. So I ain't going to go buying another one when I can figure out a way to get her done. Now, here's the problem. You see that? That was one part of the problem. That had backed off just enough to let it rattle, and then when I tried to take it out, it broke off. So what we got to do is re-drill that, and I'm going to do a little different job on mounting this on there also. Because I'm going to hold it, because it was rubbing. So I'm going to hold it a little ways away somehow and re-screw it. I mean, that lasted years. So we're going to do it the same way, only a little different and better. Well, here's what we've done to fix this. I just got me another piece of metal and doubled that up. That'll hold that far enough away there that may not rattle on that. So now what I got to do is I'm going to tap. I don't know if I'm going to tap that or if I'm just going to put in one of these self-tappers through there, right like so. And then it'll go through here naturally. And that should tighten it up. I think this is stainless, so it won't rust like the other one, hopefully. But that lasted for years anyway. So anyway, that's how I'm going to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and button her up and I'll show you. Well, we got her all fixed up. I mean, it can rattle. You'd have to hit a big hole to make that rattle. I don't think that's going to do it. Going down the road, it ain't touching there. We got that bolted through, the spacers riveted on. Oh, I haven't tightened that up yet. But, or have I? Oh yeah, she's tight. So that's gonna be good enough there. It ain't gonna fall off at least. And I slid it back a little bit away from there also, about that much. So that should fix that side. Now let's go over to the shifter side and see what we gotta do there. Okay, we're over here on this side. Now what I've done is I've put a mark on there because I want to put them back in the same order, but I'm pulling them off. And I run both. A lot of you guys take your other one off, but I want to give you a little piece of advice. It's free. It is. If you leave both of them on there, even if you don't use that back one, you're going down the road and one breaks, you got an extra one. It's happened to me before. So anyway, I'm going to pull this one up too. I got to get a pry bar and pry that off. Then we're going to check all this out. If I see anything wrong, we'll get back on here with a video camera. But I had to pull off my little chrome cover, which is no big deal. I know people yelled at me, don't put them on there, they're terrible. Well, that popped right off. Anyway, I'm going to pull that off. We're going to check out there. I'll show you if I see anything wrong. Well, my clamp did not fit back behind there. So, as you can see, I improvised. Yeah, that's a tree branch shoved back down in there. That thing is tight. So what I wanted to do is squeeze this together as much as I could and put a bunch of pressure on that little rubber sleeve, which I did. So then what I did is I took this pipe and I put it against there. Now that's held against the motor. That's there. Then I leaned my 200 and plus pounds on it, hard as I could, almost tipped the bike over, then tightened that up. So that pressed it together. That was probably a 200-pound press. That's how I did it anyway. Now I got to do is put the other one on, line up my dots, then we'll pull the branch out and see how she wiggles. Well, we got the tree branch out. What I used on that, those are 1/4 inch Allen head. So let's check, see what you think. That's sturdier than it was before? I think it is. So let's see. I got it probably. There we go. There's neutral. Oh man, if that was the noise, it ain't no more. Remember we fixed that on the road. Seems to be holding in there good. Carry Loctite with you guys and tools. Both of these are full of tools. Well, I got a vest in that one just in case I need reflection alongside the highway. That's a good thing to carry with you also. So now what we're going to jump on now is that oil. That's getting bigger. So we're going to trace that down, and I'm pretty sure it's just a line on this oil cooler that needs tightening up a little bit, but we're going to check that out now. That's going to be a little more difficult. Don't know if I can show you, but what I'm going to do is simple. I'm going to trace that oil down and tighten up whatever's leaking. So that's that. Let's get on that one. Well, we got it apart. Got that part off. Goes together in two pieces. You first put the back piece on, that one right there, which was the problem. That big nut in the middle, which I can't probably touch it because I ain't got room for my hand and the camera. But the big nut there is loose. So we're going to put a wrench on that and tighten it up, and it looks like the gasket's okay. There's a rubber O-ring on the other side. I think that's all that happened is when this loosened up, it let the oil start seeping out there. So we're going to tighten that back up and put it back together, and I think that will solve it, if I can get it back together. On the instructions, it says you got to take all that stuff off to put that on. I don't know. I didn't have to do it to take it off, but it was difficult. So I'll see you in an hour or two when I get it put back together. But that right there is the culprit. She came loose. Probably should have Loctited it. I don't want to do it this time. I'm afraid to take it all the way apart because I don't have any gaskets or anything. So we're just going to snug it really good because that just hooks onto goes into the hole where your other filter went. Then this screws back in through there and holds it on the other side here, like so. So that's how it holds on. And it looks like this screws into that. So we're going to tighten that up, and I think that'll solve the problem. Sure glad I found it before you get broke down on a road without falling off and gushing oil. I bet Harley'd charge you $1 or $2 to fix it. Alrighty, she's back installed. And I wanted to show you that you see that either one of them. You want to make sure that those hose clamps are not going to interfere with you sliding your filter in there. So you notice they're down below where the filter will slide on there. That's good and tight. That'll last me probably the rest of the bike. As long as that O-ring didn't split, which I don't think it did. It just come loose and let her fly out of there. So now we just got to wait for new oil, new filter. And I think we got it maintenance-wise done. I just did the transmission and the primary not long ago, so I don't need to do it again. Wouldn't need to do the oil again. But we did take it apart and, while it's apart. So I think that's going to conclude this video. You know how to put oil on a bike, I hope. I took the saddlebags off. Everything is... That's going to take a lot to get that to rattle there. If there's more rattles, we'll pull it in and we'll check it out. Now then, let's go order some parts. You know, subscribing to my channel is absolutely free, and you will get notifications of all the different things I do. And it will help my channel greatly. So please hit that subscribe button and the bell and all that. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video.